What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Good? Me too. Topic I want to tackle real quick is more of like a philosophical discussion than anything. A lot of people wonder if bodybuilding is a sport or if we're athletes at all. I'm basically just going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to state like facts and sources, like where I got my sources and facts from. Like I said, it's all my opinion. You can either take it or leave it. As far as this whole bodybuilding thing goes, my opinion is, if you take into consideration all that we got to do, and when I say all that we got to do, for the people that don't think that we are athletes, we are. We pretty much are. We still have to go to the gym, and we have to go ahead and lift. We have to do cardio. A lot of us really don't like doing cardio, but something that's required. To me, that's athleticism right there. Some of the lifts that we do are extremely difficult, like deadlifting and things like that, compound movements to put on mass and everything like that. The journey in order to get on stage, which is not a glorified beauty pageant. We have to get grimy in the gym and do all kinds of other stuff. We have to deprive our body of certain things, just to look good for one day, and maybe a couple, because who knows, you might have some shoots afterwards. But in the grand scheme of things, there is athleticism that's involved in getting ready for it. Even the day of the show, you have to really take into consideration, getting up there posing while we're dehydrated, stuff like that, being compared. That's a grueling thing to do. Getting on stage and having to go ahead and hold certain poses and everything like that. That takes skill. We have to practice and train to hold that and everything like that, so that we don't get, fatigued, and we gotta worry about cramping up. There's like a whole lot. And the fact that it is called a competition, thereby I think really means it's a sport to me, in my opinion, as well too. And the fact that any sport that you compete in, the difference between that and the beauty pageant, one of the main things that sticks out to me right now is the journey to it. We have to prepare differently than Tyson Bedford or any other model or anybody else that walks a runway and just goes up there just to look good. We're not up there just to look good. It's not a glorified beauty pageant to me, because they're just up there to look good. We're up there, and there's actually points. There's a score. Just like in any other game or anything like that, we're being scored, we're being compared, and there's placings. There's a first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. Anything after that, just like, you might as well, maybe you were just there to have fun. Who knows? But to me, bodybuilding is a sport, and we are athletes. And there's a lot of people out there who think that, maybe, golf shouldn't be a sport. Maybe playing pool shouldn't be a sport. But to me, I'm not even going to speak on those other things, but to me, bodybuilding is a sport simply because of the road getting there. And we are athletes. The condition that we are in is we are leaner than the majority of the population. There are some bodybuilders out there who are recreational bodybuilders who are unhealthy, but the majority of us that are competitive, pretty healthy individuals for the most part. We're stronger, bigger than your normal average person. The amount of mass that we carry is a whole lot more. The requirements are more than just modeling. And to me, that's just my take on why bodybuilding is a sport and why we are considered athletes. The whole dieting discipline just takes a whole lot. Mentally, it takes a whole lot. Physically, your environment, you're not only depriving yourself of certain food items and things like that, but really, your temperament gets tested as well too. It's a lot. You're being tested more than one way of how to cope with deprivation. With those around you, they can see it. Ask anybody who diets. Be around them. Everybody's different on the diet. But that's just my take. You can take it or leave it. To me, it's a sport, and we're athletes.